आज मैं आप सबसे पीएम केयर्स फंड के बारे में बात करना चाहता हूँ। कल एक रिपोर्ट आई थी कि पीएम केयर्स फंड में ऑलमोस्ट 8,500 करोड़ रुपए है जो कहीं पर भी यूज़ नहीं हो रहे हैं। इट्स नॉट बीइंग यूज्ड एट ऑल।
इसमें एक तो गृह मंत्री जी को जवाब तो देना पड़ेगा, जवाबदारी तो लेनी पड़ेगी। जवाबदारी ये नहीं लेते, पीएम केयर्स में जवाब नहीं देंगे, जवाबदारी नहीं लेंगे, इलेक्टोरल रोल में जवाबदारी नहीं लेंगे, जवाब नहीं देंगे। ये तो बाद में पता लगा कि ईडी को पकड़ के जिनको जेल में डाला उनसे 100 करोड़ 200 करोड़ 300 करोड़ रुपए लिए और फिर उनको छोड़ दिया, कोई केस नहीं था।
The PM Cares Fund has finally uploaded its audit report for 2024-25 on its website, and only 0.1% of the funds available have been utilized, says Member of Parliament Pawan Kheda. Donations into the fund surged by around 592% compared to the previous year, but domestic donations fell by around 30%. In the period of 2023 to 2025, around 1,162 crores were collected by the funds as donations, but only around 16.5 crores were spent. The Indian National Congress leader lashed out, saying that even as natural calamities devastate communities across the country and thousands need relief and rehabilitation, Rupee 8,452 crores sat idly while people suffered. The fund itself rose from around 7,713 crores in the previous fiscal. The public charitable fund has been at the center of several storms over the years. The latest audit report comes almost after 2 years, but has raised more questions by activists. Of the 8,400 crores sitting in the PM Cares fund, the balance sheet shows that over 6,640 crores have been parked in fixed deposits. Around 475 crores have been earned as interest on those fixed deposits during the financial year. The practice of parking funds in fixed deposits instead of saving accounts marks a departure from earlier practice. Transparency activist Anjali Bharadwaj has questioned one particular entry named refund from implementing agencies. The activist asks why no information was shared on what these payments were for and why they were funded. Bharadwaj also pointed out the lack of accompanying audit notes in the published account details. The funds donated by private citizens to PM Cares are exempted from income tax and qualify as CSR for companies and PSUs. The fund itself is exempted from income tax and does not come under the purview of the Right to Information or RTI Act. The PM Cares Fund is also not subject to be audited by CAG of India. Then, the Prime Minister's office had stated during the budget sessions that questions related to the fund cannot be taken up in the Indian Parliament, further raising concerns of transparency. The latest audit report, after a delay, comes days after the Cockroach Janta party's jibe. The unique youth movement that managed to get a rarest of rare resignation from minister in Prime Minister Modi's cabinet hit back at unsubstantiated allegations against its funding. Ashutosh Ranka, one of the faces of the movement, joked that the CJP got its funding from PM Cares, demanding that the fund be audited. Interestingly, the PM Cares audit statement also does not reveal where the money was received from, a concern raised by many transparency activists and opposition leaders. In the stormy monsoon session of the Indian Parliament that ended on 13th August, an amendment bill on foreign contributions had sparked a huge controversy. Interestingly, the PM Cares Fund is also exempted from the FCRA. So an obvious question would be, why has the bill suddenly become a bone of contention in political corridors? There are a few provisions of the bill that critics find problematic. The bill creates a designated authority for the vesting, supervision, management and disposal of assets and foreign contributions in case an organization ceases to have an FCRA certificate. Now, organizations cease to have FCRA certificate if it is cancelled by the government, surrendered by the organization itself, or if an application for renewal has not been made or is denied. When the registration ends, the assets are vested provisionally in the designated authority. Notably, in case of assets that are a place of worship, the authority must ensure that its religious character is maintained. It cannot convert, repurpose or secularize a religious institution. If the organization restores its registration, all assets and unused funds are returned in full. Only if the organization does not get its registration restored within the prescribed period do the assets vest permanently. Even then, they are applied towards public purposes with sale proceeds credited to the Consolidated Fund of India. No official benefits personally. This means that an organization cannot exit the FCRA framework without losing its assets created through foreign funds. To retain such assets, it would have to continue renewing its FCRA certificate. Maximum punishment for FCRA violation has been reduced from 5 years to just 1 year. These are some of the provisions that have drawn widespread criticism, including charges of being draconian in nature. On August 12, the Minister of State in Home Ministry, Nityanand Rai, proposed in the Parliament that the legislation be sent to a 31-member JPC.
आज मैं आप सबसे पीएम केयर्स फंड के बारे में बात करना चाहता हूँ। कल एक रिपोर्ट आई थी कि पीएम केयर्स फंड में ऑलमोस्ट 8,500 करोड़ रुपए है जो कहीं पर भी यूज़ नहीं हो रहे हैं। इट्स नॉट बीइंग यूज्ड एट ऑल। एक तरफ 8,500 करोड़ रुपए वैसे ही पड़े हुए हैं और दूसरी तरफ हम देख रहे हैं कि इस देश के बच्चे स्कूल के लिए अच्छी रोड हो उसके लिए रो रहे हैं, स्कूल में बेंचेस हो उसके लिए रो रहे हैं, स्कूल में पीने का पानी हो उसके लिए रो रहे हैं। तो ये पैसा हम उन बच्चों की स्कूल्स के लिए क्यों नहीं यूज़ कर रहे हैं? क्यों ये पैसा नए स्कूल्स बनाने के लिए इस्तेमाल नहीं हो रहा है? अगर हम एक स्कूल बनाने का कॉस्ट अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 8 करोड़ पकड़ ले, एक अच्छा स्कूल सारी फैसिलिटीज़ के साथ, एक मॉडल स्कूल, तो उसके लगेंगे 8 करोड़। तो एक स्कूल के अगर 8 करोड़ लगते तो 8,500 करोड़ में 1000 से भी ज़्यादा न्यू हाईटेक मॉडल स्कूल्स बनाए जा सकते थे, पर ये सब नहीं हो रहा है। अभी मैं पिछले कुछ दिनों से गांव के स्कूल्स देखकर आ रहा हूँ। मैंने देखा वहाँ हालत बहुत ख़राब है और मैंने जब लोगों से पूछा, अथॉरिटीज़ से पूछा कि यहाँ बेसिक फैसिलिटीज़ भी क्यों नहीं है, तो मुझे जवाब मिला कि फ़ंड्स की कमी है, हमें फ़ंड्स नहीं मिल रहा है। तो एक तरफ स्कूल्स के लिए कहा जा रहा है कि फ़ंड्स नहीं है और दूसरी तरफ पीएम केयर्स फंड में 8,500 करोड़ रुपए पड़े हुए हैं। तो क्या ये पैसा स्कूल्स के लिए इस्तेमाल नहीं होना चाहिए? और जो लोग ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं, मैं आप सबसे कहना चाहता हूँ, आप रिक्वेस्ट करिए पीएम से कि प्लीज़ ये जो 8,500 करोड़ है ये तो आपका पैसा है ना, पीएम का थोड़ी ना है, ये आपका पैसा है। तो क्या ये पैसा आपके छोटे भाई बहनों के स्कूलिंग के लिए इस्तेमाल नहीं होना चाहिए? क्या ये आपका पैसा आपके छोटे बच्चों के एजुकेशन के लिए नहीं इस्तेमाल होना चाहिए? सो रिक्वेस्ट द पीएम टू प्लीज़ use the PM Cares Fund for the people, for the education, for the schools of the poor kids, and the PM should show that he actually cares.